Hello, welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. We're going to get into your reading for the download today. Beautiful day, beautiful soul. And welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. And I'm back to deliver your latest timeless collective channeled message from the download series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts below the video in the description box and on the website. We're going to start us out with a card from the Lyrical Evolutions deck. Shout out to Janine, High Vibes Tribe. I'll tell him where to put it, never tell him where I'm about to be. I run down on him for I have a nigga running me. Cardi B and Meg the Stallion. WAP, okay? I see this is about being in charge, being the being the decider. I even heard the word dictator, okay? The dictator. Ha ha ha. They got jokes, okay? Because they're like dual meanings. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are funny. But yeah. So I want to pull a card for the situation. Show me the situation. Okay. We'll use the enchanted map to show the situation. Let's see what's the situation and the download energy today. Oh, they showed me not to do it from the palm, but to do this. And here's our card. Okay. The situation is goblins. Card number 5, giving goblins. So let me see what the book has to say about this. 5 is a number of change, Hierophant energy. So it's like life lessons. Before I even read the book, it's like, did you learn the lesson yet? It's like, this lesson will continue until you've passed it. It's like you're going to keep taking the same class. You can't go to the next class until you pass this class. You have to at least get a passing grade in this class, type of a vibe. So let's see what the book says about the goblins. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Upright. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There, they remind you of what brought them into being. By mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable, they hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentment and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. In reverse, the message is, it's often difficult to deal with someone else's issues because they impact your own. No one is perfect, but in this case, you're particularly vulnerable to being manipulated. Don't take this world personally. When the Goblin's card arrives reversed, it's a sign to step back with detachment. Don't let other people's stuff lead you into reacting from an old wound. Love yourself unconditionally. Set boundaries and your goblins will fall asleep. Love is the only answer. That's cool. I like the message of this card. So in this situation, is this about you or someone in your experience that is coming up very strongly right now, where the victim wounding, the pain of the past, it's having a strong influence right now, and there's a choice to either heal it or respond from that hurt energy. Also, while I was reading the card, I saw where um something I learned years ago, when somebody's either one has a major trauma or two starts doing major heavy drugs, their intellectual and emotional development will stop at that point in their life until they heal. So, is there a person in your experience that is not choosing the healing? And even on this card, I'm noticing like we got the glowing eyes in the holes over here and over here. There's some weird little creature sitting there. Everything around seems so dark. If I hold it back, everything around seems so dark, but there's a big old bright light right in the middle. And one year I heard it early in the year, and it was sometimes the darkness must get darker so that you can see the brightness of the piercing light. And so it's like the light is always there, but do we see it? Do we recognize it? Do we acknowledge it? So in this situation, I see that with the goblin's energy here and with these lyrics from Cardi B and Meg, it's like somebody has to take control to or take charge, make the decision, be proactive, take action, be active to choose the healed path. And in the healed path, that could totally be not allowing the other person's stuff to get in the way of where you're at, depending on your where you're at with your healing, right? Or you could be on the other side of the table where somebody else is not letting your stuff interfere with where they're at. So, and we're going to speak an umbrella type of language so that you can all find your message. We're going to speak the energy of it. You're going to have your intuition here with you and see how it applies to your personal situation and experience. And that's perfect. That's how it's supposed to work. So this reading is more inclusive, meaning I know a lot of, especially on YouTube, a lot of readers will say this reading's not for everybody. And I'm like the opposite. This reading is for everybody. It may not be your personal experience, but there's some wise lessons, universal laws, mind mechanics, techniques that comes out in every reading that is ever produced on this channel that is beneficial for any human who is literally on the path of self-awareness, self-empowerment, uh, uh the, the walking the path of divine authenticity. So let's see with the Caroline Myers archetype cards, what is the archetype that it is in your best interest to embody to help you through this situation? Like, how can you step into the role that helps you get through this energy in the most empowered way? So let's see what we have. This one, my eye went straight to this one. Whoa, addict. Look at this one. It's pushing away this dark cloud energy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Because that's kind of what we were talking about with the goblins. It's like either your own pains and stuff or somebody else's is like creeping in, trying to bring darkness. Somebody, I just heard it, somebody feels, and this might not be you, this could be somebody around you, right? But somebody feels like they live under a dark cloud of gloom. Well, damn. You're probably gonna be like, no, you know what? Actually, I'm not available. This is what this looks like. So, in the shadow attributes, which is where this reading, so I'm surprised this didn't come out for Tarot in the Shadows because it's so a shadows reading. But it says compromises integrity and honesty. Let me think about what that means. Compromises integrity and honesty. That means that this person in the lower, this is still the shadow attributes, right? So this person would lie. this person would do things that they don't believe in doing or that they really don't want to do in order to attain something, in order to get that high, get that fix, is the way it's come through because the word addict is there. The next thing it says on the shadow attributes is allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. Yeah, so this is where somebody, not only do they compromise their integrity and their honesty, they don't do the things they believe in, but their own soul don't want to do it. It's like their own heart. It's like, please stop this. I don't want to do this no more. This hurts so bad. But they're like, fuck you. I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh my God. Terrible that's a terrible inner dialogue. Or maybe, okay, let me see in the light attribute with the addict. So interestingly enough, when these cards where it has the shadow attribute and the light attribute is always the way to raise the vibration. If anybody is in this lower vibration, this light attribute is the cure. Okay. And it says help you recognize and confront addictive behavior. So what? Pay attention. What do you keep on pulling in that is not healthy for you, that your soul don't even want? Oh, we stop. That's so cool. So the message, one message, this for somebody, this is a whole message you need. That's so wild. Block the number and then delete the contact. Like block contact, yes. And then go in and delete the contact. For somebody, you just got to stop reaching out to this person. You got to stop accepting their communication. There's someone in your life that comes in and it feels like this dark cloud in your life. Every time they come into your life, you get feeling heavy, things blow up. Like this reminds me of, y'all know that I've healed a lot through my relationship with my sister. She's taught me so much. I love her so much. But I had to keep her away because every time I brought her home to try to help her with her situation, my situation blew up. Why? Because it was never my place to do that. Like the universe had her right where she needed to be. So what was my addiction? My addiction was trying to put her and other people in my life where I thought that they would be happier, where I thought that they could live a more fulfilled life. And so yeah, there's that energy here where it's like just because, so you might be doing every wrong thing for every right reason. It doesn't change it. It's not the right thing for you to do. You don't need okay, thank you. You don't owe anyone suffering. You don't owe anyone suffering. It'd be different if it came out of your cooch or you seeded it, or you know what I'm saying, or you came out of it. But even those have limitations and boundaries for healthy relationships. So someone or something, for some of you, this is, for a lot of you, they just corrected me heavily. They said for a lot of you, this is about negative mindsets. You're going to become more aware of where you've been saying things that is self-defeatist, where you've been arguing for your limitations. They're just reminding me of a conversation of that I had with one of our tribe members here, where he was like, yeah, my wife, she's always trying to make plans for us to go here and do this and go there and do that. And I just get so annoyed because he's like, yeah, we're just trying to make it from here to there. He was like, we need to focus on what we have now and worry about that stuff later. I'm like, damn, a dream killer, like bold, no sugarcoating around here. The only thing I sugarcoat is these nails. So in this conversation, I'm like, what a dream killer you are. Like, don't you see it? Like your wife believes that it's possible. I wonder what would happen if you started to entertain once in a while a little bit of your wife's fantasies for the family, because she's actually going to attract the financial means, the time, all of that is necessary, all the resources necessary. She can attract that because she believes in it for her family. If she don't have somebody there squashing her dreams, as soon as she gives voice to him, he's like, damn, I never saw it like that. Like, yeah, where are you the one? Oh, ye of so little faith is what I'm hearing now. It's like, where are you the one that's killing your own dreams? For most of you, I heard 95% of you. 95% of you are only dealing with the negativity of arguing for your own limitations and, being against yourself. And you don't always realize it. To you, it appears to be more of, oh, I make sensible decisions. I got to be a realist and stuff like that. So let's see what the frequency is going on here from my handmade WTF deck. This one is our card. Oh, snap. Okay. Fakeness. I don't have no money. Hello. This is what we were just talking about. So this looks like it's a money reading, okay? And it's like that whole statement, every time you say, I don't have no money, that's a fucking lie. They said if all you have is a coin jar at home, you have money. If y'all could stop saying you don't have money, I don't care if you got 2 pennies to rub together, you still have money. The spirit is getting really like, I want to use the word ignorant with you, but spirit is never ignorant. But you know what I'm saying? Like they're getting a whole attitude. Like y'all keep yourself in this financial loop of stress because you keep saying you don't have money, and then the money that you do have feels offended, like, well, what the fuck am I doing here? What the fuck am I doing here? What you mean you don't have money? I'm right fucking here. So one of the things that I started realizing, because like I haven't bought weed in years, guys. I have not bought weed in years. Why? Because I always have weed. People give it to me. There, I barely smoke any, so I always have leftovers and plenty to spare. And so when I realized, like, damn, I haven't even bought weed in years. Whoa, I could apply that to money. I could apply that to money. Who I have money everywhere. Of course, I have money. I have money everywhere. I got a coin jar over there in the living room. I got one at the shop. I got one in my car. Even just today, I reached into these jeans. I hadn't worn these jeans in a while. Wow, there was money in my jeans, and it's like, stop acting like it's not there because it's not the amount that you would have liked it to be. Instead, be grateful for what you have, the fact that you have it, and then watch that attract more. They're like long, dramatic pause and smack your lips a few times. Like, do you fucking hear me? Gambling is at the bottom of the deck. So with the gambling at the bottom of the deck, is that what's going on? Somebody has a gambling addiction? That's interesting because I'll go play a little bit here and there. I'm not even lying, but I might like right. The last time I spent $20, it was because I put $5 in, and then I cashed it out at $20, and then I came back and got more free. So I'm just saying, like, somebody here is not healthy. They're not putting $5 or $10 in or $20 in. Somebody here was been putting in too fucking much. That's a small number of you. Most of you, that gambling is you taking a risk with all the wealth that is here for you, all the money that wants to be in your pocket. Because remember, what we've been talking about is the message is still here that money wants you more than you want it, because it wants its vibration to be raised. It wants to raise in vibration to match a higher vibration and frequency. And so the lie that you keep saying is, I don't have no money, you fucking liar. Like, wow, they're being disrespectful to you right now. They're like, yeah, we're going to disrespect you the same way you disrespect your money. Because every time you say you don't have no money, you've got money in your account. You've got money in your purse. You got money in your pocket. You got money in your wallet. You got money in a coin jar. You got money somewhere. And you keep saying, I don't have no money. And so when you have money and you're saying, I don't have no money, you're literally telling money, get the fuck away from me. I don't want you. That's what the universe hears. And so I'm hearing this song from, is Kelly. Hold on, let me see her how to spell her name right, or how to tell you her name right. Yes. Kelly 47, Leikeli 47, and her song is called Money. And the lyrics said, money, I got money, ooh, money, I got money. And so it's like, that's the story you should be telling, even if it's fake at first. Just like the lie that you've been telling about not having no money, you was able to make that real. If you'll tell the lie that you do have money, and it's not even a fucking lie, is the point. Like, we're saying, stop paying attention or worrying so much about how much it is. Focus on the fact that you have it, because the having it is going to make more. It's like, if you could find some positive money songs to play as your background theme music instead of some broke stuff, because they're saying, like, it's like you've been on replay telling yourself you don't have money, you don't have money, you don't have money. Yeah, you do. Again, they're just like, yeah, you do. Stop saying that. I have money. Yes, you do have money. Stop being disrespectful to the money you have by calling it not enough or little or funny or whatever the fuck way you're disrespecting it. I see. Yeah, Pink Floyd, money, get back. I'm all right, Jack. Keep your hands off of my stack. Okay. Yes. Find you some power, energy, and realize that whatever money you have will grow if you would respect it. And now Aretha's there saying, RESPECT, find out what it means to me. RESPECT, take care of my money. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, suck it to me, put it in my account. Okay, that's it right there. All right, so card number 17 from the Money and the Law of Attraction card says, the law of attraction adds power to both problems and solutions. And this is what's been going on. You had a cross current energy going on in your thoughts. On one hand, you're like I heard you doing money spells, carrying your lucky citrine and some more shit, praying for it and all that. But then you say you don't have none. But then so it's like cross current. I hope you can see how that's cross current. It says the realization that something is not as you want it to be is an important first step. But once you have identified that, the faster you are able to turn your attention in the direction of a solution, the better. Because a continuing exploration of the problem will prevent you from finding the solution. The problem is a different vibrational frequency from the solution. And all thoughts or vibrations are affected or managed by the law of attraction. So we want to be solution oriented, and one of the solutions is that having a money, right? So then doesn't it then make sense that we would pay attention to, I got money, I got money. Like we're going to start calling ourselves Lake Kelly 47 because she got that mentality right. She's got the mentality right. So it's time to get into some tarot. They said get some words. So let's get some words from the word bowl. What is the download message today? Give us 3, please. Oh, I asked for 3, please, and look, 3 fell out. Huh. Friend. Money is my friend. I heard money is my friend. I heard it like a like a guided meditation video. Money is my friend. Okay, so friend is out. What else do we have? Weakness. Okay. And the final one is C. Ooh, okay. So here's a problem. And they're showing us what the problem is. And notice that I don't know if you noticed, but these 2 words were down where the word friend was up. So we want to be friends with money. But again, somebody, you're disrespecting your money, and your money is feeling disrespected by you because you keep seeing it as weak. You keep seeing it as not enough. As long as you seek weakness in it, you'll see weakness in it. And I'm telling you, I started like, I got money everywhere. Like, I have money everywhere. And things keep getting better because I have money everywhere. And that's literally my truth. I don't have to lie to myself and convince myself, honey, if you don't have any money everywhere, I suggest you start putting money everywhere. Like a coin jar here, a coin bag there, a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there. It's just start putting, it's like put money everywhere. So that way, when you say I have money everywhere I am, I always have money, that will be your truth. And you will know that that's your truth. Focus on how that's your truth rather than the lack, rather than not enoughness, rather than wanting. Like that is gonna change everything. Okay, so let's see what we got going on. Because the lie is I don't have no money. Under that falseness, remember, fakeness. It's fake. I don't have no money. They said use fake money. If you got fake money, you can still use that to trick your real mind. Like it's like we're not going to focus on whether it's real or fake. I heard I had money. Whatever you have to do, uh, there's a way to make money your friend. If you have some prop money, let's say you could keep $1,000 in your purse or in your wallet, and in your mind, play the game of spending that every freaking day. You know, that extra money that you have. I have all this extra money. What I'm gonna do with it? Okay, and so you do it, visualize it, because remember, the universe doesn't know if the image you're conjuring in your head is real or fake. But if you keep conjuring consistently the same image in your head, the universe gonna bring it. Just like every time somebody kept saying, I don't have no money, and then they look at not having money in their head, and then guess what? Their money got real gone. Hello, got real ghost. So let's see what we have from the Enchanted Tarot. All right, I see it. Okay, so what is the message? Let's go with what we have. Root chakra. And then all the cards be in perfect order. Once the first card comes out, so we could just lay out this spread and the next spread and whatever else comes out, we're just going to pull right off the top. But can we get first card out, please and thank you? Can you just throw one out? You've done it before. Do I need to stop and pull it myself? Okay, apparently so. All right, so we'll do it like this. Boom, that's on top. And here we go. In what you have, we have the 8 of Swords. Okay, so in your physical world, you have the power of focus, okay? But in your physical world, you're seeing yourself as stuck, pierced, in a position where you can't do nothing. So anywhere where you're seeing that you can't do nothing, like that is a very limiting thought. So what is in the sacral, in the desire, we have the Empress. I want money, lots and lots of money. I want the pie in the sky. Whoa, I want money, lots and lots of money. So don't be asking me why. I want to be rich. Okay, but here's the thing. Wanting leads to more wanting. And that's the thing. Somebody here is all day long, and this is the only thing that's choking up your wheel of fortune, is that all day long you're saying to yourself, you're saying to the universe, I want money, I want to be rich, I want to be a billionaire so freaking bad. All that wanting is going to lead to more wanting. It's having that leads to more having, which is why the technique of having more money here and there, having a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, having some money here, having some money there. Let's get off of the little bits. Let's get off of all of that. Let's go on to I have it here, I have it there, I have it there, because this wanting is a lot. And the other part of this, because it's a major arcana and Empress energy, is like there's this feeling of it comes from an external source. And the universe and source is like, no, it never comes from an external source. It always comes from internal. So in the solar plexus, the actions that you're taking, we have the Princess of Wands. Good news. This is good news. Oh, wow. Okay. What do I got to do? I'm hearing, what do I got to do? It's like, I'm willing to do whatever I need to do. I'm ready. I'm ready for this new adventure. I'm ready to take action. I'm ready to go get it done. Whatever has to happen, I'm ready to go do that. Okay. But this is planning. Careful planning. I'm hearing careful planning. I heard counting the cost before you get involved. So this is giving me the energy of checking the bank before you do anything. Because every time you check the bank before you spend any money, you're literally not, you're thinking to yourself, you don't have enough when you go to do that. So that's interesting. That's a small thing that somebody's doing that they're not realizing, is this programmed not enough lack mentality. So it's like before you before you get what you need at the store, before you get what you need to make yourself happy, before you pay the bill, before you do it, you're like, dang, do I have enough? There's something here about you need to know you have enough. You need to know you always have enough. Let me see in the heart. What do we have? The Chariot. The Chariot is telling you that you believe that butterfly up there is saying you believe that you can overcome the challenges and obstacles. You believe that you can get over this time where it's been challenging financially. You believe you can create transformation and change in regards to your financial vibration. They want the bill on that. They said yes to solidify that on the other dimensions. Okay, we don't do that often. What's in the throat? What you talking about? The Eight of Wands. You talking about I got money. Okay, you're talking about money. I got money. Okay, you're talking about money. Get back. I'm all right, Jack. Keep your hands off of my stack. Okay, you're talking about, oh my God, this, look at her hands just open and all the money is coming in. I have money here. I have money there. I have money everywhere. Everywhere I turn, I keep finding more money. I swear to God, I must, because I don't really carry change on me. That's why I have money everywhere I turn, because I don't carry change on me. I put it somewhere every time. And then, so this is like, I keep, how do I keep finding money in all my pockets type of a thing? It's like I turn over here, I turn over there, money is here, money is there. Money is everywhere, is the vibe. Okay. All right. Let me see what you know in the third eye chakra is the star. You know, I love this. You know that you're blessed, safe, and protected. You know that you get blessings coming in. You know that you know that you have chosen it, you focused on it, and it must show up. And it looks like God's blessings when it does. You know that you're a shining star. I heard, no matter who you are, shining bright, you'll see what you can truly be. You know that you're healing your money vibration. You know that you're healing your friendship relationship with money. Okay. You know that with this Aquarius energy right here, you know that it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good. You know it. You knew that the change was gonna come. Like Sam Cooke, you knew the change was gonna come, and honey, you know that you're seeing it. All right, that's great. And God is trying to tell you something. Position in the crown chakra, we have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is a card of needing and wanting and desiring. And God is like, desire is a lie. Wanting is a lie. It's a lie that would create lack in your life. And God is like, you've always had enough. It's time to realize the falseness of all this. I don't have no money energies. It's a lie. The fakeness. It's a lie. Thinking that you are not ever. And the thing is, with this Five of Pentacles, it's always a card also of physical, a spirituality needs to be addressed. Spirituality needs to be addressed. As well as this was a card number 5, and the same thing with the energy of the 5. It's a perfect time to make some change, major life lessons. Fives, all fives in the minor arcanas revert back to the Hierophant, which, like, there's spiritual lessons here in any 5 energy. So it's like somebody here, what God is trying to get you to see, there is nothing in this physical world that is not spiritual. So somebody has the belief that I don't care for money. I don't need money. I'm a spiritual being. If you were that spiritual, baby, your whole fucking bank accounts would be flooded with money. Your purse, your wallet, your coin jars, it would all overflood, because there is nothing in this physical world that is not spiritual as well. for it to be physically materialized, it must have been spirit first. Some things in spirit don't get enough focus on them to where they become physically materialized. So not all spirit is physical material. Somebody needs to rewind and listen to that again. But all things in the physical realm are spiritual. There is nothing in this physical realm that is not also spiritual. And somebody here, you're focused on somebody else to give it to you, to bring it to you. We already brought out the message. It said it's not from outside, it comes from within you. So there's that energy here as well that will definitely raise your attractiveness to the money that is your friend, that's like, let me in, because you got money as a friend and wants you to let it in. Okay. So what's affecting this money energy in the past? The Hangman. Okay. Some stuff was on delay. Different perspective was needed. You needed a different perspective of money. You needed a different perspective of how to get it. I heard dirty money, dirty money. Money is only dirty because dirty hands keep touching it and dirty energy keeps touching it. Money, they're showing it to me like it's like a sponge. It's going to absorb what you put on it. If I put a sponge in a pitcher of Kool-Aid, we're going to have a Kool-Aid sponge. If I put a sponge in a bottle of bleach, we're going to have a bleach sponge. If I put a sponge in a toilet of piss, we're going to have a pissy sponge. If I put a sponge in liquid gold, baby, we're going to have a golden sponge, is the way it's coming through. Whoever did such a thing, that's so funny. But you get that point? Money is basically, it's just energy. And it's going to absorb the same energy that it is put into, which is why money wants to be in your hand. It wants to have a higher vibration. It wants to be used for beautiful things. Money is an energy. Energy has consciousness. They're saying energy has consciousness. Some of you have tried this with some of your pets, your plants, other inanimate objects, and you've tapped into the fact that things have consciousness. Try it with your money. Maybe you ask this dollar. They said start small with the $1 bill. What is the best thing I could do with you? Dedicate that dollar. I heard, and leave it aside until you heard the consciousness of it speak. Because I see somebody giving it away. I see somebody buying something. I see somebody giving it to a kid at the grocery store. I see somebody giving it to a homeless person outside of a gas station. I see somebody throwing it outside the car window and blessing it as good luck for somebody else. And I see somebody just putting it there to ponder and meditate on. And it sits there for a very long time. I don't know. Okay, so in the past, we have Hangman. There was a need for a different perspective because the perspective you had, the point of focus, that's right under the Eight of Swords in what you have. The perspective was keeping you stuck. There was this idea that you had to sacrifice. Like, this is the idea of like, work. What's that? They're taking what I'm giving because I'm working for a living. This is the energy of working 9 to 5. Okay? This is the energy of ain't never got a fucking enough. And this is the energy of that kept you stuck. It's the idea that you have to sacrifice and you're never going to have enough. It's like I'm held up. The idea that you can't do things because of money. There was a need for another perspective because there was that lacking limitation. For somebody, for a lot, I heard for a lot, again, they want to bring up that whole idea like money is evil. And, I'm a spiritual being, so I can't use that money. I don't want dirty money. I totally had that. I did not want dirty money. And at one point, God was like, why not? The dirty money needs somebody to clean it. I was like, damn, you said a mouthful there. And that's the vibe. The dirty money wants somebody to clean it up. Nobody and nothing wants to stay dirty. It's very uncomfortable. So it's like, at this point, the question is, what all sources do you want to deliver money into my hand? What all sources are you bringing money to me from? Okay, because that's okay. That's okay. That is perfectly okay. Okay, in the current energy, I love you got the 6 of Wands. Yeah, look at you. There is this warrior energy on the back of a horse, and it's going through a sort of a gateway, a portal of success. I love this for you. This is in your current energy. It's sitting right up under the Empress energy. It's like, universe, show me all the ways that I am paid. Universe, show me all the money that wants to come to me, that has been waiting for me. Universe, what other alternatives do we have available here to my attaining, to my attainment, to my wealth? It's like the universe is showing you a path and you're following it. Success in attaining that other perspective is huge. If you have recently attained these other perspectives, and give it time to continue to unfold, because like I said, it's all spiritual first, and then if it's focused upon enough, which we have the 8 of Swords, you've been focusing. Once it's focused upon enough, and it's like enough energy is gathered to it, and it's like a cloud that condenses into finally deliver its rain. And that's why they say, make it rain, bitch, make it rain. You about to make it rain. You're about to make it rain. Keep focusing on it. And there's this energy of, oh my God, you looking over the past. Absolutely, I do that all the time. But you're looking over the past, not with like you're still there. You're looking over the past like, boy, I remember when I was afraid to walk around with $700 to pay rent in my pocket. Now my rent is way more than $700. And yeah, we're talking, I pay so much rent now. And I have walked around with thousands of dollars in my pocket. And I'm finally okay with that. And it's like, I accomplished this. I paid that off. I did this. I did that. I raised a family. I raised a family on what I thought was not enough. And look at where we're at now, and it's like looking over the successes from where you've been and how far you've come. It's like, man, we used to be right there up in the hood. And now we in bougie ass Summerlin. It's like, yeah, I I used to live around the corner from all the homeless shelters and stuff like that. No, not no more. We grew up in the projects, and we in. Ooh, I just saw this TikTok a couple weeks ago that said that the neighborhood I live in is one of the prime neighborhoods to live in the country. I was like, dang, Melinda, you to come up. And that's the energy. It's like looking at all the success, all how far have you come? How many cards did you pay off? Like, you raised how many kids on what kind of budget? Ain't you so glad that all that is behind you? And it's like noticing your accomplishments. So often I'm hearing we just get caught in what we have to do next, that we don't give ourselves acknowledgement for how far we've come and how much we have accomplished. So that's necessary and beneficial. The hidden blessing in this is the 3 of Wands. The hidden blessing in this is there's been this part of you that has always been expecting more, expecting better, expecting things to work out. And I'm also seeing in this, because 3 is a number of community and siblings and social settings, I'm seeing like expect beautiful experiences to come in through social settings, through possibly for some of you siblings, right? Through the neighborhood, through community involvement. Like, your community is coming together. It's like with the 6 of Wands in your current energy, and then the 3 of Wands in the hidden blessing, it's like the universe is matching you as you're staying focused on this new perspective, on this new technique energy that makes so much freaking sense to your logical mind. I mean, that's why I started wearing money clothes. I started looking online and buying up all the money wardrobe stuff I could, because I needed to. I felt like I had a lot of subconscious programming to overturn. And you could feel that way too. And so I started surrounding myself with money. Again, not just change though. I've got a rug. I got a magnet. I got a towel. I got all kinds of shirts, dresses, pants. I got socks. Any way you can. I got a whole pillow cover. You know what I'm saying? That it's like keeping you in that. And now I went online and I got both of my bathrooms. I have two bathrooms for one person. That's so cool because I would have never imagined I'd have an extra room and an extra bathroom for myself back when $700 a month rent was so much and so scary. But now both of my bathrooms has the money shower curtains, and like my bathroom set is all with $100 bills on it, baby. And why does that, all that silliness, why does that silliness matter? That silliness matters because when you can convince your subconscious that money is all around, and it's not because you're consciously attacking it all day long saying, I have money, I have money, I have money. My brain is becoming accustomed to seeing it everywhere. I walk on it, I bathe in it, I sleep on it, I could wear it, all these different things. So it's convincing the subconscious. So for somebody, you're looking for how to switch your subconscious programming about wealth consciousness, start putting wealth all around you. And I'm telling you, even just having a stash of all the change that you get back while you're out spending your cash. Yeah. Somebody's like, I don't spend cash. Well, it's a great technique. It's a great technique to remind yourself and convince your subconscious programming that, oh, I got money everywhere. I got money everywhere. And it's crazy because as I started doing this, and then other people started buying me stuff and handing me money, and more money started showing up everywhere. So, in the challenge, what do you have? Judgment. The challenge is as you call it out, so it comes about. They're giving me the definition that they literally gave me years ago about the judgment card. As you call it out, so it comes about. Now, I'm looking at this card. Y'all know this is a new deck, probably. You might know, but anyways, the field. This looks like some fields, okay, and there's a hand here, and it's like your hands have to tend the fields, and then this seems to be like a spiritual angel energy who is responding to the way you tend your fields. So what I'm seeing is like as you call it out, so it comes about. You, at the end of the day, it's not about other people. It's not about the money itself. It's about your own proclamation, your own point of view, because your point of focus and your words out of your mouth is all a proclamation over your life. Either you're allowing money to be your friend or you're seeing it as weakness. You make up your mind. I can't convince you. I'm not trying to. This is how the fucking energy works. Do what you want with it. In your environment, who or what is affecting the situation? The Princess of Hearts. And there now we have this lady reading a list again. And this was in, so who or what in your environment is affecting. So is this about love messages? We have two princesses, the Princess of Wands and the Princess of Hearts. Both of them are reading a list. Interesting. So for somebody, part of the problem is every time your kids want stuff, you immediately say, no, we can't afford that. No, we don't have enough for that. Blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. If you knew that giving in to your children once in a while, for somebody here, this is going to change your life. Give in to your children once in a while. Because you know why? Children can't work. That money has to come through the parents. If you've been blessed to have children in your life, you have literally been blessed with an extra source of income, because those children are not just your financial responsibility. They are a source of income. The universe and God is taking care of them. And you just get to be the vessel that has the bank account to filter their money through. So you need to make sure the children get what they need and do it with a loving heart. Do it with gratitude that you can. You'd be surprised. Okay. There's this Princess of Hearts is also coming through as a long list of desires. And I see that in the second spread, the list has gotten longer than it was when it first came out. Excuse me one moment. I need to blow my buggers. So there's this long list of desires. All of you don't have children, and all of your financial situations are not being affected by children. But some of you, it's your inner child that's being affected, because you're still telling your inner child, no, we can't have that. No, we can't have that. Yes, you can. And I personally had the experience when, boy, money was tight. I'll get out, okay? Money was tight, tight, tight. 6 miles, only me working. It was a lot. And I saw Fred. Some of you might remember Fred from my older videos. He's my tortoise. He looks like he's real and giant, but he's a statue. And I had to have it. But I had this bill due and that bill due, that bill due, and a very limited amount of cash in my pocket. But you know what? God said, just get it. Just get it. It was so strong on my soul. I had to buy Fred, which later I found out his name was Fred. I'm sitting there like, if I'm going to talk to you and spend all this time with you, like, I should know your name. Okay, my name is Fred. Oh, okay. All right, Fred. Anyways, Fred was the beginning of a major lesson for me, which was, if you are believing that you deserve things and you answer that call when you get that gotta take a dump urge. I'm not saying go out and just blow all your dough on silly shit. I'm saying that something on your heart is pulling your spirit. If you will spend your money on that, you'd be surprised how not only will that money be replaced, but it will be replaced in multiple, because that money, oh, thank you. It goes back to something we said earlier. The money has a reason it came to you. And if you don't spend the money on what that reason is that it came to you, you're going to find that you're going to spend it somewhere else. The universe is going to give you another reason to spend that same amount of money. So Fred ended up costing me $40. I had $60 cash at my pocket at the time. And believe it or not, with 2 power bills due, because I still had the business and the house at the time, um, I ended up getting all the money I needed. And that was a turning point in my finances, because that money was in my pocket for me to do what I needed to do for me. And by using the money for what it was there for, which at that moment was to get Fred, who is still with me, by the way, and has starred in some of the older videos as well. But by using the money for what it was given to me for, more was added into me for the other things that I would use the money for. And I've seen this so many times in my life where I get that strong, I'm out just minding my business, and then all of a sudden something hits, and I feel like I have to have it. I got to get it, stuff like that. And so I go and I do it. And in doing that, like, it's like the money I needed for the other stuff also shows up. But I've heard a lot of tales recounted, and I'm sure I've experienced it prior to having this change of understanding, where if you have money to do something, but you don't want to because you feel like it's not enough, or you won't get more, then something else will happen. Like, I've heard tales of people, oh, they had a flat tire randomly, you know, or they lost the money randomly, or they spent it on something that was no good and they had to go spend it again. Like, it's like when the universe says, this money is for you to do this with, you're going to know it in your heart what it is for. And a lot of it is to pay the bills. Fuck yes, we love paying our bills, right? But sometimes it's for us to have fun. Buy that stuff, buy that drink, get you that new pair of jeans, girl. Go get you some little perfume, smell good, whatever it is, right? But it'll hit your heart real strong. If you use that money for that reason, it's like the money is replaced. And then the money for the other stuff is also shows up. But if we're looking at it like there's not enough for this, there's not enough for that, you get this long list of desires. It's like the money, if you would have moved each time another one of those things showed up, as though the universe was actually conspiring in your favor to bring you wealth, which in these cards it shows me that it is, then you'd be surprised at how it would just keep showing up. So you could do the next thing on the list, type of a thing. Anyways, and your guidance is the 5 of Swords. You need to address your self-sabotage. Where have you been self-sabotaging? Where have you been self-sabotaging because you don't believe you have enough? One of the techniques that has helped me a lot in my finances too is regardless of how much money I have in my account, as soon as the bill comes in, I pay that bill. And sometimes that means my account goes all the way down. But you know what? By the time I got to pay the next bill, there's the money to pay that bill too. And when I need to get groceries, there's money to get the groceries too. Like it all shows up. So the other thing that is can be very much weighing on somebody's finances is waiting to pay the bill. When you have enough for that bill right there. Yes, I know you need gas in your car for work. You have enough for both of those. And more money can show up, type of shit. More money can show up. But the act of self-sabotage is like, I don't have enough to do what I'm supposed to do or to handle my obligations to be a person of integrity right now and a responsible person right now. So I'm not going to be responsible right now until universe, you're responsible and you give it to me. But hold on, those are contradictory ideas. Those ideas are going two different directions. We need to get everything in alignment, right? So there is a necessity to do the responsible thing for yourself and take care of yourself. I mean, this is about prolonging your wealth and your life and sustaining yourself, being self-sufficient, right? So that energy is here as well. It's like, if you're out here and you're not paying your bills when you have the money to pay your bills, but you going to do other stuff, I heard for other people, if you're paying other people's bills and you're not paying your bills, that's a huge act of self-sabotage. If you're not paying your bills, but you're going out gambling every weekend, that's an act of self-sabotage. If you're not paying your bills, but you're going out and buying, 24 packs so you and your buddies could all get fucked up on the weekend or during the week, that's an act of self-sabotage. If you have bills to pay that's in your name, trust and believe the money for those bills is showing up. If you're not spending it the way you're supposed to, then you might not be attracting more money that wants to come in as well. So it's interesting the way it works. Let me see outcome energy here. Ace of Wands. We got a new attitude. I heard a new attitude. Okay. Ace of Wands is you in the power. You in the power. This is a unity. I'm getting a unified field, all moving in the same direction, touching it, putting your hands on it, doing with it what is meant to do. Okay. Realizing the spiritual nature of money. I'm hearing this is fucking awesome. This is fantastic. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we have the Seven of Swords. And that is a confirmation of what we said earlier about the fakeness energy that's over there. The lie you were telling yourself was you didn't have enough. They said if you would stop, do like Melinda, and they pulled me by my collar. I think I talked about this on here before. Spirit pulled me by my collar, yanked me back. Why? Because I was stressing about paying the bills. I have so much bills to pay every month. The amount of money I spend to sustain my life and keep my life going is way more than I ever used to make in a month. You know what I'm saying? It's multiplied. And it's like, it's mind-boggling to the old mentality. But myself is now like, it was stressed about paying all those bills again. And then Spirit yanked me by my collar and said, honey, how many years have you been doing this? Do you remember when the cost of your overhead was so low and now it's like triple what it used to be? And you're still doing it? More than triple as regards to rent. God dang. Yeah, I'm now paying more than 4 times rent I used to before. And I'm doing it every month. And I've been doing it every month. And you know what? I still have enough left over to get me a few drinks, drop a 5 or a 10 in a machine and see if I hit. If not, I'm getting free drinks while I'm out playing on the machine, enjoying my little free time. I have enough money, make sure I get to go and have a dancing, because this is what I enjoy doing. I like to go dancing and have a drink or two while I'm dancing, go buy a little stuff for my grandkids, little stuff for my daughter, you know what I'm saying? Go out to eat with them, like little things like that. I have enough to do those things and pay all my expenses. Okay, that's good. I'm grateful for that. And I love that I have that. And that's what Spirit had to yank me by my collar and show me, like, bitch, you've been doing this for how long? Why are you still worried? When are you going to quit fucking worrying about it and stop putting the brakes on the shit And before you know it, and this is how spirit yelled at me, okay? And before you know it, you're going to have way more than you could have imagined extra to do all that extra shit that you love to do. You love doing stuff to take care of kids. You love having extra to help support your children. You love having extra to give back to your friends who are always so fucking generous to you. Because my friends are really freaking generous to me. A lot of those times when I go out, they be getting my drinks and stuff like that. And I'm like, so grateful. But sometimes I want to be the one to get the round of drinks. So, it's like, pay attention to what you have. Stop fucking worrying. You've been making it all these years. That's going to continue on forever. Just keep going. Just keep going. Stop worrying already, because it's like worrying is like putting the e-brake on when you're trying to fucking drive. Now all you're going to do is burn yourself out and slow down how quickly you get there. So that's the energy I'm getting here today. I would love to read your comments, and it's time for me to pack up the Korean seaweed soup that I made for my daughter. She hasn't delivered yet, but I had to get it ready because it's great for our postpartum. It has so many vitamins and nutrients, and it helps the mother's milk come in. So I made her a big old pot of soup, and I left it cooling while I was reading with you for the last hour. So now it's time to pack it up and go over to my daughter's house and visit the kids. So I'm so grateful to see you here today. And until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread shines all the way through, call love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.